Hi guys, Moose here from Garden Adventures, and in this video I'm going to share with you guys how I propagate fig trees using only a cutting from this exact same fig tree behind me. So the best time to propagate your fig tree is basically during winter, and you want to grab your cuttings at the time that you are pruning your tree so that those cuttings don't go to waste, and you can basically use those cuttings and propagate them. So how do I propagate a fig tree using a cutting? So basically, as you can see in the video, I've taken a branch off the fig tree just like this one here, and you want to go ahead and take a branch with a couple of nodules in it, and a good way to tell is about 5 to 6 nodules, and that should be enough. You could take less or more if you want. And a nodule is basically this thing that you see on the branch. Basically the nodules are basically the fruiting spurs which pop out during the season, in this case in springtime, and basically the fruit will grow from here. Once you've got your cutting like this, with about 5 to 6 nodules on it, you want to grab a pair of shears or a knife, and you want to basically scrape off the bark between the first and second last nodule of your cutting. By removing the bark, you're going to allow roots to grow between those bases, and you don't have to do it this way. You don't have to scrape off the bark. Generally, fig trees are very easy to propagate, and you can basically just take the cutting itself, where at the base of the nodule, the 5 to 6 nodules, and literally place it in potting soil. And I would say around between a month or two, you should start to see growth on top where the leaves start to shoot out, especially in the season that it grows. So what do you do with this cutting? Basically, you will scrape off at the base of the nodules between the last and second last nodule. You want to go ahead and take a shears, and you want to scrape off the bark like this, and basically that's just going to expose the cutting and allow for roots to grow there. Okay, once you've got your bark and it's scraped off, it should look like this. Right, more or less this is what it should look like. You want to grab a rooting hormone. You want to go to your local plant nursery and basically ask them for a rooting hormone. So this one specifically is a semi-hard rooting hormone, which I feel will work wonders for this type of cutting. What you want to do is just take your cutting like this and place it in the rooting hormone and shake it a bit so that it's fully covered at the exposed part which you've just cut the bark like this. Once that's done, so you want to grab a good pot of soil, and basically you want to go ahead and you want to stick it directly into that soil between the first and second last nodule, and then you want to go ahead and cover it, and then you can pour some water over it. Once you've done that, you can leave that to rest for a couple of days, and thereafter you just want to water it every 2 to 3 days, especially when the soil is dry. You want to give it a bit of water, and I guarantee you fig trees are one of the most easiest trees to propagate. So as soon as spring starts, as soon as the months start to get a bit warmer, you should see growth at the top of your cuttings or on the sides of your cuttings starting to pop out. Some take longer than others, but it shouldn't take too long. You should start to see leaves start to pop out on the top or on the sides, and then literally soon after that you should see roots, like exactly like this picture. You will see roots starting to develop from the base of that cutting. So what's nice about propagating fig trees is that it's always nice to a good gesture if you need to give a family member a gift, or it's always nice if you sharing and propagating your trees. That way there's more variety, and maybe you can take a cutting from their trees, or they can take a cutting from your trees, and you can share different varieties of different fruit trees. This is just one fruit tree, and you can basically do this with many of your other trees. I'll be posting later on how I propagate many other trees But for now, it's basically the fig tree, and it's so easy to propagate. I really think you guys should try to propagate your own fig trees. It's really cool and awesome to be able to see Mother Nature produce a tree from just a cutting. And I think that's really something special. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. Thank you for watching this video. Please do like and subscribe, and don't forget to share this video. And happy propagation.